Hey everybody, and welcome back to StoneBlock 4. I am absolutely been enjoying this mod pack so much. I've been streaming this pack lately. The past couple of streams, I think I did about 3, maybe 4 streams in total. And I even had the community manager, Sparkle Cat, stop by in my one of my streams to say hello and see how everything's going, and you know, just hang out a little bit. And I greatly appreciate that. I appreciate everyone on the FTB team and how community focused they are. And it's the best feeling to know that they are actually looking out for the community and doing things the right way when it comes to creating a mod pack. So, with that said, yes, that is Sparkle Cat's head over there. I bought it from the Wandering Trader. I saw it and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta get it." So hopefully, maybe I could possibly add to this collection. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over everything that we've done in stream real quick, and then we will continue on the progression, as ultimately this mod pack will be uh, kind of continuing in the route of now this is going to be my recorded series. So what I've done so far is you can see the giant chest mess that I have. I got chests everywhere. I do have a compacting drawer, and I do have the unearthers set up here. However, I need to get these guys some new brushes. This one's almost out. And I also got to fix my storage. Now we'll probably do that later in the episode, because we have a lot. We have a lot of stuff that we got to do. We got to make sure that this is constantly flowing, and we just got to get some upgrades going so that we're not backed up. Because right now, the way that these Oratech pipes work is it only looks at this first slot. So if for instance, I have put that out there. I have iron, but my iron is full. It's not going to pull anything else out. But when I remove this, it will start pulling things out until it gets to the point where the item is now full in that slot. It won't pull out from any of the other slots, unfortunately. So that's kind of one of the downsides from the Oratech pipes. They're great pipes. It's just that needs to probably be revised or something. I'm not sure why it's set up like that, to be honest. So later on, we're going to be changing these out for probably like mechanism pipes or something that could keep the flow moving pretty good. However, getting into chickens and cows and stuff, I don't know if we're going to really need much of these guys once we get to that point. And speaking of chickens, let's go right over here, and you can see that I have a small little chicken setup. This is going to expand drastically. Trust me. So far, I've gotten up to tier 3 seed. That's where I stopped on the last stream. I haven't really been on much since my last stream, just because I was focusing on finishing up my last ATM 10 episode and making sure getting everything situated for that. But now we're back to this. Both All the Mods 10 and All the Mods 10 to the Sky are now finished. This pack will be one of the main focuses and series that will be pushed out moving forward. So right now we just have a standard chicken and a lava chicken because I want to make sure I keep getting lava eggs. And we'll have to set up some sort of automation to have these seeds grown, which will probably be in a garden cloche because these things are crazy fast. And these things are awesome. I absolutely love it. So yeah, we're gonna have to get something of that nature going. I do have all my tier 1 and tier 2 chickens. So now that we have the tier 3 seeds, I want to start working towards getting the tier 3 chickens. And I think that's what we're going to end up doing in today's episode. Not just the tier 3, but I want to see how far we can actually go with chickens today. So buckle up and let's get to it. Also, another thing is we have a gas burning generator that is producing us our power. This thing right here is super, super awesome for early game wireless energy transfer. So you have the gas burning generator. You put this down next to it for the output. So this is outputting to this injector. And then once you have the injector, filled up with energy, this stores 1 million FE. You could then get these specter coils. And these are kind of like ender gates. You just put them down and they will transfer energy from this thing to the machine that it's attached to. So this wasn't bad to get. The only thing that was the hardest thing to get was the ectoplasma. You could buy it from the wandering trader if it's been spawned. I highly recommend buying it, getting any sapling, putting the sapling down, and before you grow the sapling, you want to right click the ectoplasma onto it, and it will get you the specter sapling. And I could showcase that here real quick. Let me find, there it is. There's one, and then just a normal sapling. All you got to do is just come over to your dirt, place it down, right click it, and it will turn into this. Now, another thing I highly recommend is once you do this, I recommend growing more. So grow it here before you put it into a bonsai pot, because the more you could get, the better, because this is probably going to be the quickest way to get more ectoplasma is by growing it this way, and you'll want to grow a good amount. Also, if you get one of these logs and you strip it, the image for it is actually broken, so it's kind of funny. So if I grab one of the log, and I absolutely love the way these logs look, the way it is. This and the planks, they're both see-through, and I think that's absolutely awesome, and they're an awesome color blue. I really like that. However, when you strip it, you get the unfinished texture image, which is the purple and black, which I thought was kind of funny. Do I not have an axe? You could see that my stuff is like all over the place. There it is. So yeah, if you just come over here and you strip this, it doesn't have a texture on it, which I find extremely funny. Let me go ahead and get rid of these real quick. And I will actually just get rid of these because I don't need them and I don't want to have them because it looks really hideous. Okay, so let's go ahead and now focus on the chickens. Let's see what we need for the chickens. Let me get my chicken stick out. Put all this away. I want to keep my pouch on me because, you have to get some time put into it. Okay. So, tier 3 chickens, which looks to be nether quartz, glowstone, iron, redstone, lapis, coal, nickel, copper, basalt, leather. Interesting. Rotten chicken, and amethyst shard chicken. So let's jump into it and see exactly what we need to make these. So starting off with the nether quartz chicken, looks like we need a stone chicken and an iron chicken, which I think the iron chicken is already on this list, so we can't make it that way yet, which means we have to go to the next chicken. So this one is the nether quartz and a yellow chicken. Again, we can't do that because we don't have the nether quartz. So the iron chicken is the flint chicken and the bone chicken, which I think we can do. So here's the bone chicken, and the flint chicken is right here. Let me grab some of these tier 3 seeds. I don't know if tier 2 seeds will work for this. Oh, it does. Okay. So what I like to do is when I'm breeding them like this, I will make 2 of each one. Just so I could get one and sacrifice it to the world engine and get the tier 3 chicken seed. These things up here, the chicken soul tier 3s. So if we get a chicken soul tier 3 and we get a, well, we'll have to make the tier 4 ones. So for the chicken soul tier 3, we have to get 3 of them and we put it with a block of black quartz. Which then will make a chicken soul tier 4. And then with the chicken soul tier 4, we could then make the chicken seed. So it looks like we have to get into cognition and probably a little bit of actually additions, because I don't think I've gotten black quartz yet. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that. Let's take a look here. And there is a black quartz chicken, which is tier 4, of course, which is actually quite easy to make. It's just the nether quartz chicken and a black chicken, which we will have both of those once we get through our tier 3 chickens. So we could actually make that quite easily. So black quartz, let's see if I could press Y on this. Oh, I do have some black quartz. Okay. So we might actually be able to do the tier 4 chickens. Let's see what it requires. Where's this stuff? This stuff right here. The mending neurogel, which is a blob of mending neurogel. Nope. We need the molecular metamorpher, which requires fluorescent jelly and calcarine matrix, which that is amethyst, cognitive amalgam, and forgotten dust. There's so much to this. Block of forgotten dust. Dropped by infected bookshelves. Interesting. So yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff that we would have to do, and this is an enchant. Okay, so any type of fruit, possibly, it looks like, and sugar that will get us the fluorescent jelly plus some XP. So that's not too bad. But this stuff right here, this is cognitive flux, which is just soul sand, nether quartz, and lapis. Okay, so that's not bad at all, actually. That actually might be doable. It'll take a little bit of a detour, but that's not doable at all, to be honest. And I probably made more than... I made 14. Okay. Bone chicken and flint chicken. That went quick. I was not expecting that. Okay, so let's move on to the next chicken. We could go ahead and mark this one off our list. And that was iron chicken, which we needed for the nether quartz chicken. So we could do that one now. That one requires stone chicken and iron chicken. So let's grab our 2 chickens here. And again, I'll just make a couple of those real quick. Alright, with that one crafted, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and power through the rest of these chickens, and I'll bring you guys right back as soon as it is done. Alright, and I am back. So I got all the tier 3 chickens, and I put some down as well, just to keep kind of resources coming in. So I got all the ones that I was able to get. And the reason why I say that is because this amethyst shard chicken requires a gas tier chicken, which is a tier 6, and a magenta. Now to make the gas tier chicken, I need a blaze rod chicken and a bone chicken. So we have the magenta, we have the bone. We don't have the gas and we don't have the blaze. So to make the blaze rod chicken, you need a gold chicken and a lava chicken, which we have the lava chicken. We just don't have the gold chicken. And to make the gold chicken, we need a yellow chicken and an iron chicken. Now, we do have these. So we can make these, and then we could start building up that process. So let's go ahead and get that going. So it was a... should have marked it. 1 second here. So gas tier, blaze rod, gold chicken. And it's a yellow and an iron. Okay, so let's grab our iron chicken and our yellow chicken. Now this is making a tier 4 chicken. It should be fine. I mean, for somehow we're going to be making a tier 6 chicken. So hopefully we'll be able to get to that far. So I would love to mark this amethyst shard down or off the list. I'm going to make one more of these gold chickens. There we go. Okay. Now let me grab my lava chicken because we need the gold and the lava to make a blaze rod. And this looks like is where we get stuck. So we can't breed these two because we don't have tier 4 seeds. I believe is what we need. Let me take a look here real quick. Yeah, tier 4 or higher. So we need tier 4 or higher seeds, which means we need to go and grab our rotten chickens. We could put that in here. This should give us our chicken soul. There we go. So there's the tier 3 chicken. Actually, we need 2 more of these. I got plenty of iron chickens. Let me put back my main chickens so I'm not accidentally using them. So I have enough barrels here for all the way up to tier 9 seeds. So that actually was a happy accident because I wasn't even counting this. Okay, good to know. All right, so we have our 3 tier 3 chicken souls, which we need a block of black quartz, which we could do because we have 9. And I think, if I remember correctly, it only requires 4 to make a block. So now all we have to do is just go down to the world engine and hopefully, oh yeah, that's working. I have the tier up specter coil on the world engine. The other ones were just the base, like the first tier. This is the second tier. Because this needs more power than those machines that I have up there. So let's go home. And let's see what we need to make the seed. Okay, so we just need a couple of tier 3 seeds, another black quartz, and then the mending neurogel. Now, we went over this right before we started doing the chickens on the whole process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away, get everything all situated, so then that way we could go ahead and make this this gel that we need, the mending neurogel. So let's go ahead and cut away, and I will see you guys just in a second. All right, and I'm bringing you guys back real quick. So an event just popped, and I got a new best friend. I thought that was pretty hilarious, seeing that my first friend event happened to be a cat. I thought that was awesome. I did send this to Sparkle Cat in the Discord. I thought that was hilarious. Anyways, back to the grind, because trying to get higher tier seeds is crazy, trying to get this gassed tier chicken. And I think I'm kind of stuck at the moment, but let me figure this out and I will bring you guys right back. Wow, that was kind of crazy. That took me a bit of time there. I had to jump into several mods just to be able to get to higher tier seed. I have what it takes to make the tier 5 seed now, but I had to jump into cognition so that I could make the tier 3 seed, I believe it was. Let's take a look. It was to make the tier 4 seed. So I had to get the mending neurogel with the black quartz and the tier 3 chicken seed with the tier 4 soul. So I have that, and that allowed me to get a couple more things made. But now I was stuck at trying to make the tier 5 seeds because it requires dimensional shard gems and the Fluix pearl. Well, to get the Fluix pearl, you need to do the in-world conversion with the charged Certus quartz and everything. So I found that using the world engine with block of amethysts, you can make flawless budding Certus quartz. So I farmed up a little bit of this, and also it is notated in the quest as well that the twerk to grow does actually work for this. So you could twerk and it will grow the crystals. So I did that enough to make what I needed. So I got a bunch of Fluix crystals and dust. This will allow me to make the Fluix pearl. Let me go ahead and make that real quick. And that's pretty much everything minus the tier 4 seeds that we need, which I have them back over here. Oh yeah, and I had to get into the actually additions so that I could turn nether quartz into prismarine. That was fun as well. But yeah, no, it was the prismarine was for these dimensional shards. Like if I look here, so you need diamond, emerald, gold, iron, redstone, glowstone, nether quartz, the prismarine shard, and glass. So I had to get into that as well. I had to make that. I had to make the charger to get the charged Certus quartz for the in-world transformation. And I had to get the crusher for mechanism to crush down the Fluix crystals into the dust. So 3 to 4 different mods later, I finally have everything it takes to make the tier 5 seed. So what I'm going to do is take a couple of these, which I think it's only 3, yeah. Having 1 extra is perfectly fine. And let's go ahead and toss these guys into... Actually, no, this is not the world engine. We could do this as a craft. And there we go. We now have tier 5 seed. So let me go back up to home. And let me remove the tier seed here. Or the tier 4 seed that's here in my farm. And replace it. There it is. I'll mine all this up. And I will put down the tier 4 seed. I'll grow a bunch to be able to spread it out more and get more seeds coming in this way. Now, me doing this is only temporary until I get more of the garden cloches, because I want to have this automated to where I'll have each roost automatically filled with its correct seed. Because they do need to have their own seed. So if it's like a tier 4 chicken, you need tier 4 or higher seed in order for that chicken to actually produce the materials. Let me go ahead and grab a couple of cycles of these, and then we can continue on. We're very, very close to actually getting the amethyst shard chicken, which is kind of crazy having to do all this just for that tier 3 chicken. It is kind of crazy. Let me go ahead and put all the tier 5 seeds up here. Grab a couple. I don't have anything else. Okay. So we need this gas tier chicken. And in order to do that, we need the blaze rod chicken and the bone chicken. And we needed the tier 5 because the blaze rod chicken is a tier 5 chicken. Let me put that in there. As you can see, it is now working. So now what we need to do is, in order to get this amethyst shard chicken, we actually have to get to a tier 6, which is kind of crazy. So let's take a look and see what it actually takes to make the tier 6 chicken seed. Wow, okay. So gas tier we already have. I'm okay with that. We have 2 of them actually, but we only need 1. 2 chicken seed tier 5s, that's easy. The chicken soul tier 6. Wow, we need tier 6 chicken souls? How do we... Oh. We need 3 of these. Okay, so we need 9 tier 5 chickens souls and 3 blocks of emerald. That's going to be easy, both of these, so we could get this really easy actually. It's going to be this raw replica. This stuff requires us to go into occultism, not very far. Not very far. All we have to do is just light a demon fruit on fire and throw in diorite, it looks like. So we just have to figure out if we have any diorite, and if not, how we could come into some supply of it. So let's take a look here. Diorite. So there are diorite pebbles. We could do the stone essence. We do have the stone chicken, so that might actually work in our favor. And we just got another pet. We got a wolf. So we have my first cat here, next to Sparkle Cat's player head. The second one spawned over there. It's kind of just staring at the wall there. Are you okay? You doing good over there? And then we got the wolf. What's up, buddy? Okay. So let me make sure. Oh, we already got a ton of. Okay. So we almost got 2 stacks of it. That's actually pretty good. That might be, fingers crossed, that might be enough to get us the 3 replica ores that we need. And I'm going to quickly change it out for one of those guys over there. I know we have some Demon's Dream Seed. You know, words, those things that, you know, formulate sentences. I can speak. I promise you. Okay, so let's grow some of these up real quick so we can get some of that fruit. We don't need very much. We just need 1. Question is, where do we want to do this? Can we get that in there? Yeah. Okay. So now we have the spirit fire from occultism. All we have to do is just throw this in, and then that gets us the other rock. Now, let me take a look to see what. So dimension list. Oh, we need a dimension list. What do they require? How do we get those? Actually, the quest line tells us. Resonance engineering block. I don't know if we can make the. Oh, we could buy these from the fabricator. Okay, that's not bad. What else do we need? Echo shard. Can we buy that too? We sure can. From who? Wayfinder. That's easy. Hopefully. So the only thing that we need to worry about is these lead plates, which is perfectly fine. We'll just grab some lead and chuck it into our foundry over here. And before I do that, I'm actually going to put the table back down with the plate cast. So as that is rolling through. Perfect. Okay, so let's go and go take a peek at the echoes here. And I think it was the Wayfinder and the Fabricator. You carry these, so I need 2 of you. Okay, and then the other one was the Wayfinder. Oh, it's not unlocked yet. What do I need to do? Okay, so I have the Chroniton Star. I just have to make the 36 Chroniton glass. So let's head back home and do that real quick. I know it's not going to be real quick, but let's start the process. So I'm going to throw everything in my bags in here for now. I'll keep that just in case. Ooh, plate cast that down. There we go. Actually, let me grab some more lead. I want to make sure I have enough for when we're done with all this. Okay. Let's take a look. So we need the 1 star. We need 8 obsidian, 32 aluminum ingots, and 32 reinforced glass viewer. It's going to be interesting. And this takes 820,000 FE and nothing else. Okay. Let's take a look and see what we got. We have 4 obsidian here. Back. Press Y. Really? Nothing else, huh? Oh no, we got more. Okay. Oh, we got plenty. Okay. We only need 8 mini. There we go. Okay, so we can mark that off the list. Aluminum, that will be extremely easy. We just gotta grab some here. We could probably just feed this into our furnace. I am okay with doing that. Okay, so we can mark that off the list. So it's this, which is just iron and glass. And we only need to make do 16 of these. So let's see. 32 iron should be enough. And I have glass sitting somewhere. That's 8. Okay. That was actually pretty simple there. There we go, 32. Then let me get the star, which is somewhere. There it is. And there's that. All right, let's go down to the world engine. Let's get this quest going. I'm not sure how long this takes. Does it say 800 ticks? Wow, that's actually a really long time. I wish it showed a progress bar on here. That's perfectly fine. There we go. Got an ender chest. Nice. Okay. So it wants us to go speak to the echo. So let's go say hi to him real quick. That's going to be the wayfinder. Let's go ahead and hit complete stage. All right. I have no further guidance for you. Seek out other echoes as your path continues to unfold. Yes. And now we have access to the echo shard. Ooh, and travel anchors. We could get more. Nice. Okay. Oh, we got an Enderman gateway. Nice. Okay. We have access to Nautilus shells now. Perfect. Otherworld saplings. Good. That's a good thing to have. Perfect. That has opened the doors to quite some interesting stuff. Alright. So now that we got all that stuff, let's actually head over to... We'll claim that. And let's do... We'll submit... These cutscenes are amazing. Look at that. Let's take a look and see what they added in. Let's see, where did they add it in? Down below. Oh yeah. No, that's looking really, really good. Oh, that's looking so good. Okay. So we have our world engine upgraded. And we actually have some glass left over. Very nice. Let's head back home. Alright. So we're done with the tier 5 seeds. So the replica, we needed this so that we can make the resin. Okay, so we just needed to do that so we could unlock the echo shard. This should be enough to make 4 of those. Look at that. I think these go into the corner like so. This goes in the middle and this goes around like that. Perfect. Look at that. Kind of want to make a 4th one. Do we make a 4th one? Yeah, I think we should. So that is polished deep slate slabs and tinted glass. Should have tinted glass right here and the polished deep slate. Now, where I'm going to put this guy is going to be extremely temporary, as I will be moving, not moving, but I will be doing a base overhaul in between episodes. So the next time you see this, it will not be like this. Hopefully. Okay, and that was another side quest and a half. So I built this guy an enclosure. I had to get to the point where I could get everything needed for the engineering block here, which thankfully, because of the lead that I have, I was able to make the lead plates to make the lead sheets for that block, which allowed me to go and pick up another villager, have him become a dimensionalist, to then find out that he couldn't even brush the stone that I wanted him to brush, which is the other rock that we got. Because if you look, they need to be minimum tier 4. And that's only a 20% chance. So what I ended up doing was I created myself a reinforced brush, which is just, you get a brush, you get the iron upgrade smithing template and a diamond, and you'll get the reinforced brush. This has a higher durability. I don't have what it takes to make the unbreakable just yet. Well, I mean, I could make about 3 of them, which I might do for these guys right here. And then maybe later on have the ability to make a 4th one if need be. I don't know, because of chickens, I don't know how much these guys are really needed. So we'll have to see once we get the chickens up and running, fully automated and everything. That will really determine where I need to be at with those guys over there. So with that being said, I believe I just need to grab 3 emerald blocks in my wall over here. And then we could head back down to the world engine, and we'll throw in the tier 5 chicken souls with the emerald blocks. Wow, that took a lot of energy really fast. Was that draining me? How bad is that draining my power? Because I don't have this running currently. Or do I? I mean, it's running. No, I'm looking good. Okay. No, we're good. Okay, that... Wow. That just emptied quick. But, I mean, it's going. It's running. We just need 1 more. There we go. That was rough. I was not expecting it to use that much power right off the bat. What on earth are you doing? How'd you even get up there? Okay. Sorry, I had to take a quick screenshot of this. It might be the thumbnail, who knows? Okay, so we now have the tier 6 chicken souls, which should allow us to make the tier 6 seeds. We should have everything. Let me grab my gas tier. There it is. And then we just need the tier 5 chicken seed. Just need 2 of them. Oh, wrong one. And let's craft this. Look at that. We are up to tier 6 chicken seed. And that will allow us to get more gas tiers and anything else that we really need to get. So that wasn't too bad. So now the question is can we get to tier 7? Let's take a look at the tier 7 seed. Okay, so luckily I did not use my netherite scrap because yeah. And it looks like we need to get into actually additions. Oh, that's easy. Oh, this is very easy. So we just need to get 4, so that's 12 tier 6 chicken souls and a block of platinum. We do that. Okay, let's see what we have. So the gas tier chicken is... Oh, we can make the amethyst shard chicken now. So it is the blaze rod chicken and the bone chicken. So let me grab those back out real quick and we'll make a bunch of these. Perfect. Okay. So while that's running, let's see if we have any platinum. I don't know if we have any platinum. I'll have to take a look here. Silver, tin, nickel. It doesn't look like we ended up getting any type of platinum. So what does it take to get platinum? Got industrial foregoing. There we go. Ooh, okay, so endstone. So what do we need to make endstone then? We can make an endstone chicken. That shouldn't be hard at all. Which is, that's it. Just a stone chicken and a light gray chicken. Okay, let's do that. So light gray chicken. Where's my stone chicken? Oh, it's over here, that's why. Stone chicken. How are we doing over here? We got 7. We just need a couple more. Let's see. Can we speed these up with the temporal pouch? Oh, yes, we can. Oh, that's a nice thing. Okay. So let me go ahead and stop that. We got all that done. I'll go ahead and throw that in. Grab my 2 chickens out and put these guys in. We should be getting endstone chicken. Very nice. Now with this, we could throw this guy in here with some tier 5 seed. Get some endstone, that easy. Wow. We go ahead and put our tier 6 seed up here. Perfect. Alright, with that said, let me go ahead and give this to our dimensionalist. So he can start leveling up and start getting resources for us. It's not going to be super fast, but hopefully this will get this guy going. Higher the level, the better for sure. Wow, that is some chance. Those percentages must be low. Oh, they are. They are very, very low. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let me get a barrel here. Just go ahead and have this guy output right into this barrel here. We'll let him do his thing. While he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get some more endstone for the guy. I'll need to get some more tier 5 seeds. Okay, and just like that, we got a bunch of seed. So let me head back on over here and throw that up in here. Great. Alright, we got a couple more stacks of endstone here. Let's see if our guy got us anything yet. Barely. Wow. Okay, let me grab this chest here. Nope. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be remodeling this base because this is ridiculous. Okay, so I have this guy going. I have a couple of stacks. Hopefully he'll get us some platinum. Where are we at right now? We pretty much have everything to get to tier 7. Tier 8's going to probably require just a little bit more going on. Yeah, that's going to require nether star. We have a couple of nether stars, but not enough to make what we need. So I'll have to defeat the wither a couple more times, which means I'll need to go and get my mob farm up. Because I do have, somewhere in here, a wither skeleton spawner. So if I could get a mob farm up and running, and I put this guy in there, I think that will be extremely nice. And then I'll need to find a way to get more soul sand. Which looks like there's a chicken for it. Oh, I mean, that's not okay. So tier 4 soul sand chicken, which is just another quartz chicken and sand chicken. That'll get us that. Okay, so there's actually a lot of things that we could get done. And I think for right now, I'm going to go ahead and call it here for this episode. I want to get everything situated so that we have a smoother flow in the next episode. And also, I want to start getting to work on the base building. I think right now it's too chaotic. There's too much going on, not enough storage, not enough space. I think it's time. So I'm going to go ahead and end off the episode here. So if you liked today's episode, go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.